Hello beautiful galactic family. In today's video we'll be talking about the Alpha and the Omega run. When we look at the Tzolkin, we have those 10 galactic activation portal days in a row. If you're not sure what galactic activation portal days are, I talk more about them in the video called the Gap Days. These 10 days of galactic activation portals in a row are called the Alpha and the Omega run. For a better understanding of how the Tzolkin itself works as a whole, you can go ahead and watch the video called The Structure of the Tzolkin. The Alpha and the Omega points refer to the beginning and the end point of any cycle within a system and refers to the totality of the whole system itself. These 10 gap days, one after the other, contain between them the mystical 7th resonant column of the core days that I'll make sure to talk about in a future video. All of these 3 columns, so the 6th rhythmic, 7 resonant, and 8 galactic, these columns are all quite an intense time within the Tzolkin. So the first row of gap days, within the 6th rhythmic column, this is the Alpha run, and the second row within the 8th galactic column, this is the Omega run. In the Alpha run, we are within the wave spell of the red serpent, and in the Omega run, we are within the wave spell of the yellow seed. I explain more about wave spells in the video called The Structure of Wave Spells. These 10 gap days in a row represent a wave of high frequency energy. A gap run can give us many opportunities to catalyze events in our reality, to help us shed the limiting and dissonant time loops or mind loops we might sometimes get ourselves caught up in. During these days, things either seem accelerated, with a lot of intense things going on, or completely opposite. We might feel very blocked or triggered by things, or nothing seems in alignment. Each of us can be influenced in a different way by these intense days, and actually we can be influenced differently by each day and each archetype, and this all depends on how much inner work we have done, how much we have cleared our shadow, and how much we are connected with our soul and our higher self. This cycle of the 10 consecutive gap days is a powerful opportunity for us to eliminate, to heal, and to transmute all of our traumatic memories, which are keeping us from acting accordingly in the present, because we keep dragging our past into the present. And it's especially helpful for healing traumas around the topic of sexuality and survival, which has a lot to do with the wave spell of the red serpent, and also those related to our insecurities and any type of restrictive mental concept, which has a lot to do with the yellow seed wave spell. The red serpent is strongly connected with the second chakra, the sacral chakra, the place where our sexuality, sensuality, our life force, and our instincts all lie. It's also the Kundalini energy, which is asleep at the base of our spine, at our root chakra, and basically the shadow aspects of the red serpent would be a distortion of this sacred creative energy, because this is what this energy is all about. Sexual energy is creative life force energy. It's not just related to sex, as we're led to believe in our society. This distortion of sexuality into perverted behavior and depravity is very harmful for the innocence of our being and our soul, and it sets forth a distorted vibration which affects pretty much every aspect of our society. This distortion of life force leads to a never-ending cycle of abuse, wars, corruption, greed, and all of its various manifestations. The yellow seed is the power of growth, the seed of intention which grows throughout our life into beautiful manifestations. Just like the flower that knows exactly how to grow and how to blossom, the yellow seed knows the way to manifest the deep dreams of our soul into our life. Shadow aspects of the yellow seed: limiting ourselves, turning ourselves into the sleeping seed which is afraid to take the risk and grow, choosing to remain safe and comfortable at the expense of its own evolution and growth. If in the light aspects, the yellow seed is this energy which progresses, grows, manifests its dreams into reality, in the shadow aspect it has a lot of insecurities, and these insecurities keep it from manifesting this energy, highlighting that it's all about the dreams of the soul, not the dreams of our ego. Our ego can want many things that have nothing to do with our soul and who we truly are and what we came here to do in this life. Basically, we could say that the red serpent is the I am type of energy. I am my body, I am my emotions, I am my thoughts, I want, I need. And in order for us to move to the next stage in the evolution of our consciousness, we must first clean our physical, emotional, and mental body so that we can become this divine instrument through which our soul expresses itself. Paying attention that also in the wave spell of the red serpent and in those gap days, your body might be trying to talk to you in all sorts of creative ways, either through pains or sicknesses or discomforts in the body, or maybe actually stepping on a sea urchin, which is what happened to me, I think, last red serpent wave spell. Quite painful, but our body is always trying to communicate to us, and it's trying to show us where we are out of alignment with ourselves. So now we are in the last days of the Omega run. Not sure how fast I'll be able to edit this video. Tomorrow's the last day, so I hope it's going to be out by tomorrow. This Omega run started on the 22nd of August, on the last day of the magnetic month of the blue lunar storm year, just to give you like a reference point within the calendar. You can look at the video called The 13 Moons of the Year for a remembering of the meaning that each month carries. Both the 10 gap days start and end with the white Royal Bridger energy, the lunar and the electric tone, and they end with the blue eagle energy, the spectral and the crystal tone. The white Royal Bridger represents the death of our ego and the surrendering to our higher self to allow it to guide and lead us in our life. It's the surrendering to the wisdom of the universe and the ability to train our mind to become more flexible and to thus allow faith to flow through us. And the blue eagle is the guardian of the collective consciousness, the one who's connected with the wisdom of Father Sky, the planetary visionary, the protector of humanity, and he's the one that receives vision from his higher self of what he can do to assist in the evolution of the whole planet. The World Bridger and the Eagle are hidden powers of each other. The World Bridger cannot allow the old within him to die as long as he's not able to transcend his own individual human condition and see the bigger picture by doing so. And the Blue Eagle cannot become the healer of the collective consciousness, and he cannot be the manifester of the will of his higher self as long as he does not allow the old within him to die. And here's something cool I'd like to share with you about these two archetypes, the red serpent and the yellow seed. If you remember in the video called The Structure of Wave Spells, we talked about how each kin has a guide, a challenge, a hidden power, and a complementary energy. Well, for the red serpent, the challenge is the blue eagle, and the complementary energy or ally is the white wizard. But for the yellow seed, the challenge is the white wizard, and the complementary energy is the blue eagle. They're basically reversed of one another. The challenge of the red serpent is the complementary energy of the yellow seed, and the challenge of the yellow seed is the complementary energy of the red serpent. So the energies which put the red serpent in difficulty are the energies that are easiest for the yellow seed to connect with, and the other way around. The blue eagle is the one who takes the red serpent away from the I am into the we are. And I talk a little bit more about this concept in my last video called The 4 Galactic Seasons. The eagle supports the yellow seed to make sure that the dreams that it wants to manifest in this reality are somehow magically aligned with the need of the collective, whether that collective is, a group of friends or family or a community, or if it's the whole of humanity. What the World Bridger does is activate the process of releasing, letting go, dissolving, surrendering. It's the gateway to the symbolic death that we need to go through in order to reach our highest potential. Basically, what's tying all of these solar seals together, the yellow seed, the red serpent, the white World Bridger, and the blue eagle, is the blue eagle energy itself. Because for the kin of the blue eagle, it kind of looks like this. So we have the challenge, the red serpent, the hidden power, the white World Bridger, and the complementary energy, the yellow seed. So the Alpha Run will bring forth, so that they can be healed and transmuted, all the aspects within us that got caught up in this distortion of sexuality and life force, helping us return to the sacred perspective of what sexuality is all about, and helping us turn our body into a divine temple of light in which our soul can gently rest. And the Omega Run helps us heal and transmute all of our doubts, our fears, fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, and all of our limited self-concept. All of this is going to be brought to the surface, because it's about us healing those parts so that we can finally have the strength to manifest and express the magical movement of our higher self, and to remember who we are, and to manifest our soul in this reality. So that's it for today. My camera is running out of battery, so that's why I'm hurrying to finish the movie before that happens. If there are any questions about the dream spell, or if you're interested in decoding your galactic signature, your kin, and learning a little bit more about the archetypes that guide you in your life, you can feel free to contact me either on my Facebook page or on my email. Until the next time, wishing you a very fruitful day in Lak'Ech.